The year is 1947. World War II has ended, leaving Europe devastated. Cities lie in ruins, economies are shattered, and people are struggling to survive. In this time of despair, a beacon of hope emerged from an unexpected source, the United States. This beacon was the Marshall Plan, officially known as the European Recovery Program. Proposed by US Secretary of State George Marshall, it was a financial aid program designed to help war-torn European nations rebuild their economies and societies. The Marshall Plan was not just about money, it was a strategic move to prevent the spread of communism in Western Europe. The US believed that by fostering economic stability and prosperity in Western Europe, they could contain communism and promote democratic values. The Marshall Plan's impact on Germany was particularly profound. Reduced to rubble and burdened with the legacy of Nazi rule, Germany was a nation in desperate need of a lifeline. World War II had left Europe in ruins. Cities were reduced to rubble, industries were destroyed, and agricultural production was crippled. Millions of people were homeless, unemployed, and struggling to survive. The winter of 1946 to 1947 was particularly harsh, exacerbating the already dire situation. The war had not only devastated Europe physically, but also morally and politically. The Soviet Union, under the leadership of Joseph Stalin, was rapidly expanding its influence in Eastern Europe. The United States, fearing the spread of communism, saw the rebuilding of Western Europe as crucial to containing Soviet influence. The Marshall Plan, announced by US Secretary of State George Marshall in June 1947, was a bold and ambitious plan to rebuild war-torn Europe. It offered financial aid to all European nations, including Germany, to help them recover from the war. The plan was driven by a combination of humanitarian and strategic objectives. The primary goal of the Marshall Plan was to revive the European economy. This involved rebuilding infrastructure, restarting industrial production, and promoting trade. The US believed that a prosperous Europe would be less susceptible to communist influence. By fostering economic stability and growth, the US hoped to weaken the appeal of communism. The Marshall Plan also aimed to promote political stability and democracy in Europe. The plan encouraged European nations to cooperate with each other and work towards a shared vision of a peaceful and prosperous future. Section 4, Rebuilding Germany, the Marshall Plan in Action. The Marshall Plan was implemented in Germany through a combination of direct aid and loans. The aid was used to finance a wide range of projects, from rebuilding infrastructure to importing food and raw materials. One of the key priorities was to restart German industry, which had been largely destroyed during the war. The Marshall Plan also played a crucial role in establishing a new currency in West Germany. The introduction of the Deutsche Mark in 1948, backed by Marshall Plan funds, was a turning point in Germany's post-war recovery. The new currency helped to curb inflation, restore confidence in the economy, and pave the way for economic growth. Within a few years, industrial production had surpassed pre-war levels. The German economy experienced a period of rapid growth, known as the Wirtschaftswunder, or economic miracle. Section 5. Architects of Recovery. Key figures. The success of the Marshall Plan in Germany was due in no small part to the efforts of key figures on both sides of the Atlantic. In the United States, Secretary of State George Marshall was the driving force behind the plan. Marshall, a highly respected statesman and former general, saw the reconstruction of Europe as essential to American security and prosperity. In Germany, Chancellor Konrad Adenauer played a pivotal role in ensuring the success of the Marshall Plan. Adenauer, a staunch anti-communist, recognized the importance of economic recovery for the future of Germany. He worked closely with the United States to implement the plan effectively and ensure that the aid was used wisely. Another key figure was Lucius D, the US military governor of Germany. Section 6, The Legacy of the Marshall Plan, that transformed Germany and Europe. The Marshall Plan had a profound and lasting impact on Germany and Europe. It helped to transform Germany from a defeated enemy into a key ally and economic powerhouse in Western Europe. The plan also played a crucial role in preventing the spread of communism and fostering the development of a peaceful and prosperous Europe. The economic impact of the Marshall Plan on Germany was undeniable. It helped to create the conditions for the Wirtschaftswunder, laying the foundation for decades of economic growth and prosperity. Germany's economic recovery also had a ripple effect on the rest of Europe, contributing to the post-war economic boom. The plan also contributed to the development of democratic institutions in West Germany, promoting political stability and the rule of law.